graduation ceremony. Soon, the class of 2021 will be recognized as high school graduates. As we all know, graduation ceremonies have evolved over the years. What was once a very dignified and solemn ceremony has developed into a great celebration. Expressing joy and happiness upon the graduation of a loved one is a natural and appropriate human reaction. But for the next hour, we ask that all of your expressions of excitement and cheer patiently wait until after the ceremony. It's not intended to put a damper on your happiness for your graduates' accomplishments. Rather, it's so that we respect that one moment in time when your graduate and all of the graduates have their names read aloud for their friends and family to hear. Please hold your expressions of joy and happiness so the next graduate's family and friends can hear their graduate's name read aloud as well. After reading the very last name, we hope to hear the entire stadium erupt with applause and cheers. We appreciate your cooperation in making this a memorable day for the entire North Star family. Thank you, and my sincere congratulations to the class of 2021.
Good afternoon. Please rise. Gentlemen, remove your caps and turn your attention to the video board as our senior choir members, under the direction of Mr. Michael Malloy, lead us in singing our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose rough stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare aloft bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
You may be seated. We now welcome our principal, Mrs. Audra Christensen, to the podium.
Thank you. On behalf of the staff at St. Charles North High School, Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Jason Pearson, and the District 303 Board of Education, I welcome family members and friends of the class of 2021 as we commence this dignified recognition of their academic achievement. Before I begin my remarks and you take your next steps into the future, students, I ask that you take a moment to look around the stadium. You are surrounded by those who have contributed to your success and encouraged you to realize and strive to be the best possible version of yourself. Parents, we want to thank you for all you have done to ensure your child successfully graduated from St. Charles North High School. As we continue to look around, we also notice that some of those who provided support and encouragement are no longer with us. We would like to take a moment to remember those from our North Star community who are not able to celebrate with us today. As I reflected on the past 4 years with the class of 2021, many fond memories, prideful moments, and accomplishments came flooding in. When I think of this group of students, the word resilience quickly comes to mind. Since they were freshmen, they have set high goals, learned from the bumps along the way, grew stronger, and modeled for us all the power of unity and togetherness. I personally have learned a great deal from these students. Their leadership, athleticism, artistry, academics, and compassion are unmatched. As I considered the many aspects of resilience I have witnessed from the class of 2021, there were 2 quotes that resonated with me that I have chosen to guide my words. Gavin Tully, an American writer, speaker, educator, and entrepreneur, said the following: "Persistence and resilience only come from having been given the chance to work through difficult problems." The class of 2021 has demonstrated persistence and resilience throughout their 4 years at North. Whether struggling through how to solve challenging equations and learning from their mistakes until they found success, strategizing ways to enhance an already challenging percussion piece for their final concert, or determining, through multiple means, what your voice is and how you express it in a way that is heard as you stand up for what you believe in and make a difference in our school, community, and beyond. More than any other class, when met with adversity, the class of 2021 adjusted their course and pushed forward. Gregory S. Williams, a writer, executive, and marathon runner, stated, "On the other side of a storm is the strength that comes from having navigated through it. Raise your sail and begin." North Stars, I feel this embodies your journey and readiness for all the future holds for you. Throughout your time at St. Charles North, you have developed a strong academic foundation. You learned how to build positive relationships with people similar to and different from you. You overcame struggles in the classroom and with peers, resulting in the development of social and advocacy skills that will serve you well in life. And you identified that unity and togetherness lead us through challenges and brings a strength that perseveres. In this last opportunity to share some thoughts with you, I have a few words of advice as you start your next journey in life. Follow your passion. We all measure success in different ways. I would argue that success is achieved when you are excited and proud of the work you do, not because of the paycheck you receive. Surround yourself with people who truly care about you and your happiness. Spend time with those who challenge you and make you better. Look for those who truly want the best for you and will be willing to hold you accountable to be your best. Care for and support others. You do,
and will continue to make a difference in the lives of those around you. Recognize and respond when someone needs a helping hand, link to support, or compassion. Listen, invest, respect, and respond. You are difference makers. Maintain your commitment to excellence. I have seen what it looks and sounds like when you work hard and focus on being your best. Don't settle for anything less. I am so incredibly honored to have been along with you during your time in high school. I have been and will continue to be proud of you and what you accomplish. I am humbled by your tenacity and thank you for sharing your talents, passion, growth, and successes with the St. Charles North staff and community. I congratulate each one of you and challenge you to dream big. I have no doubt that you can achieve anything you put your mind to. Thank you.
Please now welcome Grace Wallace, who will come to the podium to address the class. You got this.
I think it can be agreed that this year was not how we expected our senior year to go. Personally, I was picturing something more along the lines of High School Musical 3, with the sports games, dances, and chatty classrooms, but without the impromptu singing and dance numbers. Isn't it crazy to think that that movie came out when we were in kindergarten? Sometimes I find myself reminiscing these elementary school days, where silly bands were playground currency, and there was a class party for every holiday and school event. Sure, we learned basic stuff like how to read and subtract, but we also learned how to be kind to each other. We learned how to look out for our peers and our community. Though high school has been much more complex than elementary and middle school, it brought new faces, new classes, and new memories. We cheered at football games, witnessed teams make North history, winning their state championships, donned class colors during homecoming week, gave standing ovations at music department concerts and plays, and survived finals weeks. Gosh, finals, that is something I'm very thankful we've not had in a while. Throughout it all, our class has become flexible, resilient. I mean, how many different schedules did we have in the span of first semester alone? Some of us went from full remote to hybrid to in-person. Even still, all of us experienced the highs and lows of having class on Google Meet. I'm sure we can all relate to our teachers speaking, and at the most important part, Google Meet just had to glitch out for a few seconds. We've been patient, understanding, and hopeful. Despite the setbacks a worldwide pandemic placed on us, we got to witness change all around. We watched communities come together, a social justice movement form, and a vaccine develop within months. Our generation has been so pivotal in recent issues, making our voices heard and our presence known. If our use of speech, media, and protest have shown me anything, it's that we will play an instrumental part in our society's future. But there's also the little things this year has brought, like an appreciation for spending time outdoors, since for a while it was the only safe thing we could do. Families became closer and friendships became stronger. The laughs and weird trends that emerged through TikTok, from whipped coffee to complicated dances that I still can't figure out. The return of in-person class, school sports, music productions, club activities, and simply walks through the halls with our friends. It's really the little moments that have meant the most throughout this year. The moments that we used to take for granted every day, but now cherish every minute of, because we didn't realize just how wonderful they actually are. As a character said in my favorite TV show, there's a lot of beauty in ordinary things. Isn't that kind of the point? I hope we can continue to appreciate the little moments. Sometimes the best thing to do is to take a deep breath, and really take in your surroundings, because if not, they'll easily pass us by. This year, our world turned upside down, and we couldn't have survived without the people close to us. Today, try to take a moment to show those people, whether a parent, a teacher, or a friend, how important they've been to getting you here today. I know I couldn't have gotten through this without those people, and I'm so thankful for all the teachers I've had, the friends I've made, and the support from my family these past 4 years for getting me to where I am today and wherever I am tomorrow. I wish all my fellow seniors well on wherever your future endeavors take you. May you leave high school joyously, whether it be because of the future ahead or never having to take another College Board standardized test ever again. So cheers to us, the class of 2021. We finished high school all together. Thank you.
Please welcome Frankie Ivanelli, who will now come forward to share a few words with you.
Today we find ourselves at an interesting crossroad where the comforting past pushes us into the uncertain future. A future that nobody can predict, yet one that we all have the ability to forge. As we are about to embark on our separate journeys, we look down this mysterious hallway, some of us timid to explore the unknown, yet others ready to sprint. When we leave these doors today, our talents and aspirations are no longer confined within the walls of North High School, but are finally allowed to spring into the world with purpose. Now, everyone here may not become an engineer or be the next Shakespeare, but success must not be defined by one's dress or what they possess. Instead, true success is happiness. The ultimate goal of our lives is to find what gives us this happiness, what gives us a purpose. We must ask ourselves, why was I put on this earth, and how can I improve the lives of those around me? When we answer these questions, success will come. My math teacher once told me that though he is not making a fortune, he would choose being a teacher over any other job. I was at first confused with that statement until he told me, when I'm lying on my deathbed, I'm not going to wish I had more money, but would instead be thankful for a life full of happiness and be grateful for the lives I've changed. Now, thankfully, Mr. Harrington is nowhere near his deathbed, although he is grieving the loss of his hair. Sorry, Mr. Harrington. This statement also revealed the fact that just one person, one conversation, or one sentence can change our lives. As we leave the narrow halls of North, thousands of people are waiting to meet us, all from different locations, families, cultures, and interests. We must listen and learn from every one of these people, because the world is filled with knowledge, and it is our responsibility to gain and use it. Events, just like people, are infinite oceans filled with fortune. Failure is the most powerful of these events because it provides the strongest opportunity for us to improve. As Albert Einstein once said, in the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. This quote is especially true during the age of the coronavirus. As life began to shut down, we were forced to innovate and adapt. Online school, contactless menus, and working from home all became daily aspects of our lives. Getting used to such a different lifestyle was challenging for every one of us. Our days began to fade into each other, each one being ruled by the same monotonous routine. And on top of this, we have just finished the last stretch of our high school careers, our last prom, our last round of AP tests, and our last semester. Senior year was a busy, unique, and stressful year. But aside from this difficulty, we made it. And now we are here. From being driven to preschool to driving to high school, from learning 2 + 2 to understanding the molecule, from being taught how to tie our shoes to deciding a future to choose, we have come so far. And as we begin to leap into the next step of our lives, we must first look back and thank those who have supported us from our beginnings, those who held our hands through the worst times, yet those who celebrated our winnings. They are the very same people who have led us to become the unique individuals we are all today, each one of us having different goals, desires, and talents. When I close this speech, give a round of applause to the people who have brought you here today, your friends, your teachers, and your family. They are the reason that although we are all dressed the same today, our paths will diverge tomorrow. Now, this future may be unknown, but we must not let up. We are so close. The end of our beginning is here. Our lifelong goals shine bright at the end of this hall, a hall of uncertainty and fear, but also a frontier riddled with the potential that is near. Today begins a life of opportunity, a life of knowledge, and a life of happiness. Our future is saturated with success. We just have to find it.
At this time, we'd like to present a video from our senior choir members singing Fly Away Home, directed once again by Mr. Michael Malloy.
I'll ride with the horses. I'll swim through the sea. I'll climb to the mountain tops. Won't you come follow me?
I'll take time to notice all that I see.
And after I've come so far, you know where I'll be. I'll fly away, fly away, fly away home. I'll fly away, fly away home.
Well, life is a vision. That's how it should be.
The world is a canvas, and the choices are free. At the end of the journey, when all is complete, then I'll wonder where I've gone, but you know where I'll be. I'll fly away, fly away home. I'll fly away, Our dreams last forever. For all that we know, the roads come together, and that's where we'll go. We'll fly away, fly home. We'll fly away, fly
The 2021 class president, Reed Hickerson, will now reflect on the past 4 years. It's windy. Hold it, please. You got it.
I doubt that on March 13th of last year, any of us knew that our lives would be completely changed. Pretending that we had a normal year is something that I would never do. In a situation like this, being told, look on the bright side, is one of the worst things to hear. But it's important to understand what this year will mean for our future. Our class has been a part of so many amazing feats during our 4 years. We're the class that was a part of the first St. Charles North State Championship victory with the girls golf team, 2 boys swim and dive state championship wins, 2 mock trial state wins, a second place in homecoming our sophomore year, and a student council that has continued to win a National Gold Council of Excellence Award during our stay at North. As a class that has accomplished so much, expectations of our senior year disappearing in front of us was a shock. We were left with a blank page of uncertainty. I watched this year as the class of 2021 looked at this blank page and decided not to surrender to disappointment, but to fight back. No matter how the future made you feel at the beginning of the year, every single one of us looked at it, picked ourselves up, and tried. When handed the most unpredictable circumstances for a senior year, we didn't quit, and the importance of that cannot be overstated. Through this challenging year, there wasn't a single moment that the class of 2021 stopped pushing for what they love, and this determination led to results. The only reason in-person learning, in-person performances, sports seasons, and clubs happened was because of our class's dedication. There'd be no sports seasons if our athletes hadn't trained during quarantine, or performances if musicians didn't practice. Our clubs wouldn't have continued without the senior leaders within them. It is crucial for us to understand that none of these things would have happened without the class of 2021. Dwelling on the challenges of the year seems like it'll just bring us down, but it's important to remember that through everything life threw at us, we kept going. Think about what this means for the future. If we were able to get through this year, our class is an unstoppable force. We know what it's like to experience hardship and to lose things, and as a result, we will grow into compassionate, dedicated adults who take nothing for granted. Our generation has a new view of the world and a new incentive to help those in need. We will be a class that I genuinely believe will change the world. Look around at your fellow classmates. These people around you are going to create a better world and do amazing things. I am so grateful that I had the privilege to be class president of the most resilient class to ever walk the halls of St. Charles North. It has been an honor to be a member of this class. Thank you to the teachers and parents that encourage us through our lives, and congratulations to everyone on graduating.
Graduates, please stand. In accordance with my authority as principal of St. Charles North High School, I hereby certify that these students have successfully fulfilled the graduation requirements as established by the School Board of St. Charles Community Unit District 303, and that these students are eligible to receive their high school diplomas. It is my privilege to present the class of 2021 to the Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Jason Pearson, the President of the School Board, Mrs. Jillian Barker, and to all present members of the School Board.
On behalf of the Board of Education of St. Charles Community Unit District 303, I accept the certification of the class of 2021 of St. Charles North High School. Congratulations.
Graduates, please be seated. At this time, we will begin the presentation of diplomas to the St. Charles North High School class of 2021. At this time, I would ask the superintendent of schools as well as the Board of Education members to assist in the presentation of diplomas.
Aya Shady Abdallah.
Linnea Rose Larson.
Jacqueline Christine Acosta.
William Jack Lasky.
Michelle Acudio.
Taylor Lawrence.
Joshua Vincent Alam.
Lydia Lazor.
Kelly Nicole Alluri.
Eric Scott Lee.
Eric Andrew Anderson.
Stephanie Nicole Lee.
Carson Lyle Anderson.
Tara Claire Leonard.
Matthew Christian Anderson.
Samantha Athena Lapatan Lazandra.
Owen Anderson.
McKenna Elizabeth Levro.
Morgan Claire Arbor.
James Lilwitz.
Ellen Nicole Archer.
Alex Maxwell Lilly.
Luke Warren Aarons.
Hayden Thatcher Linchek.
Caitlin Sue Ashley.
Andrew Robert Lindeman.
Antonio Santana Badani.
Stephen Anthony Lomnicki.
Nicholas Michael Valera.
Paige Marie Long.
Colin Balone.
Carolyn Russell Look.
Andrew Stephen Balster.
Devin William Andrea Lizardo.
Nick Paul Barron.
Marco Joseph Lizardo.
Brett Steven Barnes.
Grace Catherine Lucchesi.
Grace Ann Baresi.
Natalie Elizabeth Lucci.
Madeline Marie Berry.
Joseph Robert Luca.
Carmine Peter Lee Bastone.
Connor William Lundborg.
Peyton Conley Baxter.
Sarah Elizabeth Leiden.
Madison Grace Bell.
David Peter Lynch.
Sean Libby Bell.
Aiden Patrick Mag.
Alexander Timothy Bennett.
Amy Samantha Mack.
Hannah Ray Burns.
Paige Alexandra Mackey.
Cohen Philip Bessler.
Adam Irfan Manina.
Sophia Renee Bettini.
Zach Mano Moore.
Tyler David Bickle.
Jose Santiago Manzo.
Chase Nicholas Bider.
James Sebastian Moranville.
Alyssa Catherine Bischoff.
Mitchell Paul Mark.
Olivia Blonsky.
Carly Ann Marcotte.
Abigail Jane Blue.
Jackson Stanford Marquette.
Lucas Matthew Bolander.
Samantha Arlene Marlowe.
Jose Guadalupe Botello.
Caden Maynor.
Cameron Ray Boutel.
Zachary Thomas McClure.
Adam Charles Brazda.
Nicole Kelly Miller.
Morgan Nicole Breyer.
Cole Brigham Miller.
Ethan James Bridges.
Emma Marie Mickey.
Joshua Eli Bridges.
Colin Michaels.
John Daniel Brucato.
Cameron Joseph Michalak.
Tyler Gerald Bruns.
Mia Mertz.
Christopher Joseph Bria.
Moises Mercado.
Louis Bria.
Kevin Alexander Minot.
Michaela Faith Bria.
Jose Mendez Lopez.
Molly Elizabeth Bergen.
Daniela Mejia.
Zachary Allen Burmeister.
Jane Catherine McNamee.
Foster Robert Buterbaugh.
Declan Thomas McGrath.
Jacob Christopher Cadle.
Zachary Matthew McCormick.
Lauren Kane.
Michael William Mueller.
Taylor Jane Chumbley.
Emily Elizabeth Mustachio.
Elena Christos.
Michael Mustasi IV.
Grant Michael Christides.
Isabella Faith Morgan.
Tyler James Shaladin.
Joshua Alexander Montemayor.
Amog Chatterbetti.
Brianna Moroza Montemayor.
Joseph Allen Chapman.
Sophia Valentini. I'm going to say it again. Sophia Valentina Mancini.
Dylan Lewis Chadwick.
Stella Marie Molson.
Alexander Paul Castellini.
Brandon Michael Moffitt.
Jemima Catherine Marie Carlisle.
Paige Elizabeth Matranga.
Milo Mark Daniel Cannon.
Vincent James Middif.
Grace Mary Canizero.
Isabella Marie Middif.
Kyle Joseph Cameron.
Ryan Elizabeth Mitchell.
Andrew Wayne Caldwell.
Tyler James Mullally.
Jacob Michael Collar.
Zachary Alexander Munt.
Brandon Jacob Collins.
Joseph Charles Mounier.
McKenna Ann Collins.
Caitlin Elizabeth Murda.
Cameron Joseph Conforti.
Nolan Nagley.
Addison Shea Connolly.
Story Chloe Nafsiger.
John Thomas Connolly.
Alejandro Francisco Najera.
Madison Meg Conrad.
Caitlin K. Nelson.
Sarah Michelle Cook.
Nadir Alejandro Nelson.
William Francis Cook.
Madeline Julianne Newman.
Michael Stephen Corcoran.
Rebecca Jolyn Nicholas.
Liam Timothy Corskadden.
Jennifer Noel Nickel.
Marissa Alice Cavello.
Matthew James Nickel.
Ryan Michael Custer.
Lauren Elizabeth Nielsen.
Ashley Elizabeth Cerniak.
Eric Bradley Neested.
Courtney Caroline Saprinsky.
Allison Marie Nolan.
Joshua Williams Davila.
Lindsay Ruth Norcus.
Hayden Daldegan.
Ava Jensen Novak.
Patrick Charles Daly.
Jordan Kyle Newbid.
Austin Dale Decor.
Nathan Thomas Neiman.
Samuel Joseph D. Dabelaire.
Andrew Thomas O'Hara.
Joshua Rivera de Gia.
Malia Kelly Oakley.
Hannah Rebecca Del Mundo.
Emily O.
Gabriel Noah Javier Del Rosario.
Eric David Olson.
Nicholas James DeMarco.
Louisa May Olson.
Megan Elizabeth DeMeyer.
Jason Christopher Ovington.
Jillian Francis Dennis.
Natalie Pacheca.
Kelby Ryan Darris.
Michelle Patton Jones.
Isabel Nicole DeRoche.
Sylvie Patton Jones.
Joshua John DiNatale.
Nathan David Pellickderry.
Martin Conway Didier.
Dominic Joseph Palazzetti.
Maxwell Fritz Dietrich.
Anthony Joseph Palermo.
Jacob Anchetta Directo.
Dominic Allen Palermo.
Kennedy Maya Durrell.
Nicholas Dean Panettiere.
Ryan Harris Dodge.
Elise Panzer.
Ryan Patrick Doherty.
Chloe Euphemia Papanicholas.
Giovanna Doma.
Leah Louise Papanicholas.
Blake Michael Dornbus.
Anastasia Yvonne Pappas.
Grace Margaret Dorrance.
Nidhi Patel.
Dylan Patrick Duffy.
Isabella Pelagio.
Jack Kelly Dummer.
Talia Pellegrini.
Mary Louise Kelly Dummer.
Bastian Tyler Perez.
Samuel Kelly Dummer.
Tristan John Perkins.
James Daniel DeRocher.
Luke Dante Persenico.
Samuel Joseph Early.
Adriana Antonella Petrucci.
Evan Einstein.
Bryce Christian Fortmiller.
Blake Andrew Eldridge.
Cody Joseph Phillips.
Tyler Ryan Ellis.
Kyle Roman Pluskova.
Francis Ina and Sissa.
Joseph David Pelicano.
Elena Ang.
Mia Positano.
Noah Samuel Ing.
Jackson Rylan Potts.
Ian Wendell Erickson.
Ethan Andrew Poyton.
Xavier Estrada.
Michael Priame.
Sophia Isabella Evers.
Brandon Neil Prosser.
Morgan Nicole Fahey.
Kyle Robert Patak.
Sarah Emily Fahey.
Christine Caroline Puckett.
Patrick Charles Faith.
Nathaniel Joseph Puri.
Luke Christopher Farrar.
Eliese Dorina Quintanilla.
Brad Fetzer.
Sadaf Amina Qureshi.
Mia Joy Fiandaca.
Everett William Raditz.
Mackenzie Marie Fick.
Emily Ann Rain.
Ryan Edward Fick.
Michael James Randazzo.
Christina Colangelo Fiedler.
James Donald Rowie.
Rochelle Figueroa.
Carson Lewis Recchia.
Catherine Elizabeth Fleck.
Isabella Sophia Recchia.
Federico Aviles Fodick.
Thomas William Redmond.
Audrey Rose Forrester.
Bridget Nanyang Redmond Machuchi.
Grace Catherine Forrester.
Justin Micah Reed.
Ryan Emil Forrester.
Abigail Paige Richardson.
Mary Rose Fredrickson.
Brandon Jason Rydell.
Abigail Marie Frazina.
Luke Abraham Risch.
Connor James Frazina.
Carissa Ashley Rivera.
Kennedy Lynn Fuchs.
Brandon Riley Robin.
Alyssa Fuentes.
Cameron Blake Rodman.
Joseph John Fulham.
Luis Adolfo Rodriguez Norieto.
Joseph Francis Guido.
Joshua Joseph Rosales.
Maximilian Samuel Galvin.
Dylan Ava Ross.
Shane Loren Gandy.
Madison Lynn Rossi.
Nayeli Garcia.
Joseph Hanny Russo.
Michael David Gebhardt.
Zeno Ruttens.
Emelise Elizabeth Gelhausen.
Isabella Grace Rubialek.
Nicholas Daniel Jamund.
Calliope Ann Sabin.
Lucille Christina Gennarelli.
Alexa Grace Salemi.
Michael James Giesick.
David Michael Sammons.
Sydney Marie Giesick.
Gretchen Elizabeth Sanders.
Isabella Marie Giovenco.
Beatrice Adriana Santana Ramirez.
Ajay Girish.
Lucas John Sowers.
Isabella Grace Glamkowski.
Alexander Ronald Savas.
Jessica Paige Glansman.
Abigail Mina Scanlon.
Brian Michael Glazer.
Robert Hamilton Schertz.
Alexandra Catherine Gofis.
Nora Jungping Schnully.
Ronald Allen Gorka II.
Emily Patricia Shea Ning.
David Charles Gould.
Nicholas John Schrefferman.
Madeline Grace Graham.
Hannah Lee Schuler.
Ethan James Grant.
Lily K. Schultz Legitino.
Vincent Michael Granzik.
Alessandra Sophia Marie Scolia.
Lincoln John Harden Greenlee.
Tatum Lindsay Settlemeyer.
Rachel Jeanette Grainkey.
Pranshu Pratik Shah.
Darshan Reddy Gandala.
Ethan Henry Shapp.
Tylan Kazim Guzeldir.
Graham Isaac Shapp.
Chloe Carmela Halleck.
Matthew Jacob Shaughnessy.
Ryan Anthony Halston.
Emma Nicole Siegfried.
Elizabeth Marie Hamilton. Mitchell Logan Han.
Danica Rose Sikora.
Alexandra Kathleen Hancock.
Christopher Michael Lee Simmons.
Nathan Scott Hanselman.
Jared Sinevy.
Paige Elizabeth Harrell.
Paulina Joanna Sitek.
Jackson Ryan Headland.
Josh Allen Slane.
Elizabeth Sean Hine.
Wyatt Orion Pavlok Smay.
Stephen Arnold Hine Jr.
Lily Marie Smith.
Morgan Knight Heine.
Noah James Smith.
Rowan Celeste Heine.
Peyton Lynn Smith.
Macy Ruth Henderson.
Anastasia Noel Smith Becker.
Olivia Rose Henry.
Claire Marie Sollenberger.
Francesca Annabella Herlihy.
Mark Edward Sollenberger.
Reed Randall Hickerson.
Abigail Lynn Steele.
Tyler Van Ho.
Caesar Albert Joseph Steeman.
Catherine Mary Hocking.
Lily Sophia Stavropoulos.
Cameron J. Holcomb.
Jordan Bryce Stanko.
Benjamin Roger Holm.
Jillian Rose Stanford.
Sarah Shanka Hoffensberger.
Abigail Renee Strachey.
Kaylee Rose Hop.
Isabella Rose Spanazzi.
Benjamin Graham Horlbeck.
Kyle Spence.
Cooper Daniel Hornstrom.
Kyle Daniel Specht.
Michael John Howlett.
Kimberly Soder.
Frankie Joseph Ivanelli.
Gino Giuseppe Sorrentino.
Morgan Elizabeth Isaacson.
Colin Jeffrey Sons.
Aiden Thomas Iwanicki.
Gregory Edward Soltis.
Adrian Jadruziak.
Carly Christine Steffen.
Ryan William Karsten.
Kendall Sky Stevenson.
Andrew Thomas Jimenez.
Sydney Louise Stitz.
Kaylee Ella Johns.
Sam Strader.
Barbara Taylor Johnson.
Wojtek Strapok.
Ronald Lewis Julian.
Tyler Joseph Stroll.
Kevin Alexander Junn.
Jenna Louise Stroshine.
Benjamin Chase Cadlick.
Aiden James Sullivan.
Thomas Kaiser.
Kelsey Grace Summer.
John Cooper Callis.
Kyle Louis Sandara.
Sydney Faith Kamen.
McKenna Corinne Sutherland.
Caitlin Bay Carner.
Evan Francis Suyak.
Mason Anthony Kasher.
Matthew Philip Tangora.
Liam Owen Kelly.
Maxim Bryant Taylor.
William Thomas Kelly.
Zachary John Terzich.
Zachary Alexander Kemp.
Bridget Carolyn Thiel.
Samuel Thomas Kenyon.
Gavin James Thompson.
Gavin Nateo James Killis.
Samantha Rose Thurnall.
Alana Ann King.
Madeline Amanda Teat.
Taryn Anastasia King.
Ty Jeffrey Tokars.
John Michael Kirby.
Jacob Vincent Toniolo.
Jonathan David Kleckner.
Marco Torres.
Benjamin Gerald Clem.
Miguel Torres.
Caitlin Lee Klug.
Ella Townsend.
Ethan Brian Kobolinski.
Dylan James Traver.
Sarah Elizabeth Cook.
Riley Glenn Trendler.
Mason Roman Koffenberger.
Riley Joe Dole Tucker.
Joshua Ibeck Koloje.
Evie Lynn Turjansky.
Nikolai Akira Kovac.
Gracia Nicole Turzo.
Kyle Anthony Kowalczyk.
Kyle William Tubles.
Daniel Stephen Kowaleski.
Marcel U. Guagu.
Chloe Kathleen Kraut.
Julian Mikhail Geronimo Utanez.
Alexa Lee Kroc.
Yasmin Valencia.
Corey Dale Kruger.
Bryce Douglas Vanderhorn.
Jason Daniel Kruger.
Drew Ryan Vanderhorn.
Dylan James Krupp.
Taylor Addison Vanderhorn.
James Dennis Kuchaba.
Lisa Nicole Vasilopoulos.
Aiden Joseph Kester.
Pratim Vasaretti.
Catherine Elise Kaizinga.
Mauricio Vasquez.
Kylie Elizabeth Kujak.
Heaven Marie Velez.
Kyle John Kerbian.
Joseph Michael Vendel.
Lauren Michelle Carilla.
Enna Voss.
Nicholas Richard Kuzel.
Grace Adeline Wallace.
Gustav Alfred Lackner.
Carson James Walters.
Amar Nuruddin Ladhani.
Allison Krista Warburton.
Trenton Michael Lancaster.
Amber Lee Webb.
Ashley Jean Landau.
Gabriel Elijah Wegman.
Hunter Christian Lang.
Kyle Andrew Wells.
Luke Gary Lara Quenta.
Josie Rose Wyman.
Trevor James Larson.
Camden Edward White. Kevin White. Corinne Elizabeth Wing. Jessica Joy Wincates. Andrew John Werball. Bridget Jean Wolf. Luke Adam Wolf. Joseph Ryan Zaccarello. Eric James Zankowski. Julia Victoria Zdeb. Cooper John Zielinski. Zachary Andrew Zimmerman. Trevor Michael Zink. Joseph Alexei Zubinski.
Graduates, at this time, will you all please switch your tassel from the right to the left, signifying your graduation from St. Charles North High School. Congratulations! This concludes our commencement ceremony. Parents and friends, following the recessional, please join your graduate outside of the stadium for congratulations. Congratulations, class of 2021.